Yo, what's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Welcome to High Vibrational Kings. This is a channel for people that want to better themselves in life. Shout out to anybody holding on to their energy, breaking bad addictions, and trying to become a better version of themselves. In today's video, guys, I want to talk about why I stopped watching red pill content, female nature content, and like my history, like why I started watching that and like what I learned about it. Okay. So if you guys don't know, like the red pill, like the content creators that be talking about like red pill and like female nature, they're basically like dating coaches, right? They kind of just tell you their content is just basically like all about like women and just like giving you like advice on how to deal with the modern women, right? Um, so first I want to talk about like how I got introduced to that. So basically, I started watching like those red pill female nature videos after like a breakup, right? So it happened after a breakup, I got like felt betrayed. And I was like, bro, like what the heck? Like, I don't know. I just started I just came across it. I was just like, I just came across like these videos and kind of trying to learn more about like the female nature, like why it seems that like nice guys get like treated bad or they always get screwed over and things like that. And then I discovered like red pill female nature videos and like I started getting all into it. I would spend like so much time just watching like those red pill videos and just like how to be alpha and all these things like that. And what I can say, guys, is that yes, I may have learned like a good amount of things, like what not to do, like don't be too nice, don't put women on pedestals, all this good advice, right? But I remember, I think in total, the total amount of time that I watched like the content is about like 3 months. So after that breakup, guys, I was just binge watching like female nature videos for like 3 months straight. And at first I was just like to learn, right? It was just to learn like how to have more how to be more masculine, how to be more alpha, right? How to be like, just looking for advice, man, just looking for advice. And then I would just watch all these different type of content creators videos on how to like deal with women, how to, understanding female nature and things like that. And like I said, although I did learn some beneficial things in how to behave, at the same time I felt like I was trapped like in that content. It felt like, I don't know, man. It's kind of hard to explain. Like all like it's just it made me feel kind of bitter, right? Like after I'm just like watching all this like content that has like all this negative energy. Like all their content is just like the modern women and how toxic women are and all these things. And that's what I was just like consuming on the daily basis, right? It was just like all this drama, all this negativity. So I just felt kind of like, I just felt like negative about it. Like I just saw like women differently. And it wasn't helping in at all, guys. Like I didn't feel more masculine. I didn't feel more alpha like watching these videos. It just made me like kind of bitter. Um, and it's funny, guys, because at the same time, like these dudes be just talking about like, I don't know, man. It just honestly just sounds like all the same. Like it's just like they're like three signs that you need to do, and it's just a bunch of bullshit, man. Like it's just a lot of it is like a lot of bullshit to just keep you watching like the videos and just like, you know what I'm saying, guys? It's just like a lot of nonsense, like a lot of unnecessary. It's basically like simp energy, honestly. Like it really is, man, because you shouldn't be focusing all your energy on just like, because basically, guys, what they talk about is what their advices are. Some of their advices is saying things like, oh, you should always have a rotation of women, right? You shouldn't just be talking to one woman only because you don't want one nightus, which is basically like having feelings just for one chick. You should always have like be talking to like six multiple chicks and have a rotation and just be smashing and like all this stuff, guys. Like they're just very lustful men. Basically like just keeping you in that state, keeping you in that thirsty simp energy. Like even though it's not seen as a simp, it's alpha, right? It's alpha to just be smashing chicks and like it's crazy, bro. Like it just it's crazy. Like it is, man. I've never been like the type of person to just like download like these dating apps and just have like a rotation because it doesn't feel natural, man. Honestly, like within, it just doesn't feel natural to me to just be like hooking up with random chicks. But that's how they promote it, like on these red pill videos. They make it seem like it's cool that like, yeah, you need to have a roster, you need to be having like these baddies in your rotation. It's just a waste of time, guys. It literally is just a huge waste of time because they're just talking about like, oh, all this manipulation tactics, right? Like, oh, text her this and then pull back and then do this and then text her that. And you just all these little mind games just to sleep with her, right? Just to improve your chances of getting more ass or whatever, you know? Like that's just a waste of energy, man. Like I didn't really realize it like when I was watching that, but it was just like they keep men like in this box, right? They just keep them in this box of feeling the need to always be with chicks, always feel the need that they need to be like on these dating apps and they need to have a rotation and like it's just a huge waste of time. Like I like obviously like I do agree with some of the things that they say like being on your purpose and not putting women on pedestals and not being like nice and validating them, right? But to a certain extent, like it's more toxic than it is like what they talk about is more toxic than beneficial because you could just get like you just start consuming like all this toxic content of like all these modern women and how toxic they are and just like and it just puts you like in a negative mind space, right? When I was watching all those red pill videos, guys, like I didn't feel like I said, I didn't feel masculine. I didn't feel like anything really improved other than just the basic information of what to do, like not to be too nice, don't be like too needy. So all those things are good, but to be alpha like that, like watching those videos won't make you alpha at all. It actually makes you more beta because you're just constantly revolving your view all around women, thinking that you need to have a rotation. You always need to be talking to multiple chicks at once. You constantly need to be dating and basically kind of objectifying women in a way because they don't talk about like relationships. It's more about kind of it all revolves around hookup culture. It all revolves around just like smashing this, smashing that, and you know, and it's crazy. Like they make it seem like that's what you need to do. They talk a lot about how you need to be like a high value man and hypergamy and like I said, some of there's like truth in some of the things that they be saying, but a lot of it is just toxic. Like they just say that oh, you need to have like a freaking a really nice car. You need to be all flashy to attract these chicks. But when you think about it, guys, if you're using like your car, if you're using like your clothes and your money and you're flashing it and like that, you're just gonna be attracting like Jezebels. You're just gonna be attracting superficial women that don't actually care about you but care about what you have to provide. You know what I'm saying? So like it doesn't matter, man. Like it doesn't matter. Like you don't need to have a rotation. You don't need to be like smashing all these chicks, guys. You know what's funny, guys? Like as soon as I discovered retention, stopped watching all those female nature red pill videos, that's when I actually started feeling more masculine, like from within. You know, it wasn't from watching how to have more game, how to get more chicks. You know, when you're on retention, you naturally have game. You become the game. You become like just natural, man. You just become naturally masculine. But the problem is like these dudes, they're promoting to always be basically spilling your seed. They're basically telling you to give up your power to all these Jezebels in the rotation, you know? And at the same time, they're not spiritual, man. They're just carnal, man. They don't talk about soul ties. They don't talk about none of that. They don't talk about like the mental aspect of it, of just sleeping around with all these different bodies. Bro, this shit is spiritual, man. It is. They make it seem like it's all cool, but these guys, like, they're very like materialistic, man, and it's just kind of like they're con artists in a way. Like they just kind of lure you in with like this, this type of way of thinking that you need to always be hanging out with chicks, always have a rotation, always be smashing this and that, and it's kind of pathetic, man. Because it just like I said, those 3 months that I was just watching all that red pill stuff, I was just like, I just felt miserable. I didn't feel more masculine. I didn't feel none of that. I didn't feel any different, guys. But as I started retaining, I actually felt naturally masculine. I actually felt, like I was attracting females, like without even trying, just from retaining and focusing on myself, not by like texting her this and then pulling back and, all these little manipulation games or using like materialism to attract females. When you retain, guys, when you hold on to your seed, you naturally just start becoming more masculine. You naturally start becoming more charismatic. You just Your aura speaks for itself. So that's actually going to attract the right type of women into your life, because you're not attracting them through superficial things like money and cars and all that crap, guys. It doesn't matter. Your energy speaks for itself. And now you have discernment if you want to deal with this chick or not. But to be thinking that, oh, you need to have a rotation of baddies and you need to be texting multiple chicks, bro, that's just a waste of time. That's just a waste of time, like in your mental capacity. Like you could be focusing on other things, right? Than to be always revolving your whole world around females. Okay. So, yeah, man, that's just basically it. That's why I stopped watching all that female nature red pill content, because it was just very like toxic, and it was just like it wasn't taking me anywhere. And it's kind of funny, like when I go back and like see those type of videos, it's just like it just seems like a huge waste of time, right? But I'm not trying to like talk shit on on what they're doing, but at the same way, it's kind of like they're fake, right? They just I don't know, man. It just seems like a waste of time, to be honest. Like all that nonsense, man. Just focus on yourself, and then everything else will fall into place. You know, you don't need to be thinking that you need to be having a rotation and all the things that they be telling you, because they're just keeping you in that simp energy. To be honest, they just want you to always be releasing, which is basically giving up your power, man. These dudes aren't on retention, man. Like, anyways, guys, I just wanted to talk about that. Why I just stopped watching that, and how I feel like a way more better just like retaining and just doing my thing, man. So with that being said, guys, I hope you guys have a good day. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.